Hello, I am Beth VanRheenen, Professor of English at Rochester College. Yesterday I asked the question, how do God's people respond to life-changing loss? And we considered Job, who upon hearing of his horrific losses immediately fell to the ground in worship. Today's focus is on Job's other actions. He tore his robe and shaved his head. In the manner that was appropriate to his culture, he revealed his grief. He felt no impulse to reduce its magnitude or to hide his brokenness. His shaved head and torn robe were powerful and visual expressions of his grief. Unfortunately, our culture seems to lack socially approved expressions of grief. Yes, we can cry at a graveside, but otherwise we seem to suppress grief. This social tendency seems to have affected the church. Coming together to worship seems like going to an art museum. We put on smiles and assure everyone that we are fine. Our lives are beautiful, like art hanging on the walls. But what would happen if we reviewed our what would happen instead as an aid station, like those set up for runners in a race? Those burdened with pain or grief, like injured runners, could enter the aid station and receive care. For months after the loss of my grandchildren, I cried during every worship service. Tears streamed down my face and my body shook with sobs. My husband would put his arm around me, and I knew the one who shared my grief cared about mine. But he was usually my only comforter. Those in surrounding pews, the praise team facing me, those ushering or serving communion who saw my face, why couldn't they acknowledge my tears and offer comfort? Actually, I've already given my answers to those questions. 1, our culture lacks approved expressions of grief, such as Job had. And 2, many Christians gather with the attitude that we are at an art gallery. They are to look good and see good, not pain. Dear Lord, please help your people create a new assembly, one where the hurting receive aid. May you find direction this day as you serve the Lord.